Senor Hen, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
How are you?
Good, man. You know what? Busy.
Busy?
You know, you're sitting here. I must have spent a couple $100,000 while you were sitting here. And
That's it?
That's it. And
On my
this place-
birthday gift.
Oh, man. Happy birthday.
It's coming up Friday.
Tons of stuff to show here. How old are you going to be, dude? You older than me?
Yeah, we know. By like a year. I'm turning 46.
Oh, you are older than me.
Yeah, I am. Just by a smidge.
Man, you know something? I didn't even come prepared. You told me you were filming today. I just had you sit there and I've been buying stuff. The silver I throw on this table over here. The gold's just in bowls and this mess right here.
So we're gonna
let's look through it.
We're gonna look
see
through
what's going on. Yeah.
All right. So listen, before we get into all the stuff on your desk for the great reveal, people were wondering where the hell is Andrew on the channel and all this stuff, and I told them essentially that it just came down to scheduling. That you've been insanely busy. I've been incredibly busy with just family stuff and taking kids to sports. So I told everybody though that don't worry, Andrew's going to be back on the channel. He's still alive.
I started posting a little bit more.
You have.
It's not easy, you know.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I give you a lot of credit. That's a lot of work. That the editing you do in the videos and all the extra work you do is.
Yeah.
I just don't have time for it.
I was going to say just the fact, just because I get a glimpse of behind the scenes of the work that you're doing, and there would be no way for you to do any of the social media.
We've been trying to film now for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And we say, oh, does this day work? No.
I know.
Does this day work? No. You know, and so.
But we got it today,
here, buddy.
So
you
let's
actually picked a really good day to come.
Did I?
Like really big day. I bought tons of stuff today. Tons of cool content.
And as we're going over all this stuff, I'm just going to ask you questions about the market and what you've been seeing. So just to show everybody just an idea. Okay, and this, I'm just going to pan across. I mean, Andrew hasn't even had the opportunity to take everything out.
There's still gold in here.
I know.
There's bags in here. People dropped off. Look at this. This somebody just dropped off. This has 31 20 francs in it.
I might need to get some francs from
sure.
you. Yeah, I might need to take some of those.
No problem, but really
and what
wild
is
stuff.
what is this thing?
You know what? This is a silver piece somebody melted themselves. I don't know.
It looks like.
I'm not really sure what that is.
It looks like doo-doo. The cylinder itself, this
looks
whole
like
thing
silver
is
doo-doo.
silver doo-doo. This whole thing is silver?
Yeah.
With a clump of stuff
Yeah,
on
like I said,
top.
I don't know what that is. That's just going to, see that big pile of silver right there? It's just going to get thrown in there and melted down with everything else. You know?
I mean...
And yeah, this is the silver. I just been buying silver, throwing it over my back. I mean, a lot of this stuff is going on the website, BayshoreBullionExchange.com, but just tons of stuff. I just picked up these beautiful kilo bars, 100-ounce bars. These are all 1 ounces.
Are those Philharmonics?
These are Lucky Dragon.
Oh, I might have to get a tube.
Yeah,
unless
really
you've already
nice.
sold them.
Got tons of stuff, man.
Lots of generic 1 ounce
These
bars.
are full of 1 ounce bars.
So,
you know.
and then you got the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, really, look, this whole box filled too. This is just tons, and I really got to go through everything.
Oh my God.
Silver's been coming in like crazy, man. Silver's so out of control right now. You know, it's trading at $36, $37, the highest it's been in over 10 years. And man, people are just selling it like something I've never seen before. And because so much volume's coming in, the premiums have come down. I like to tell you that some of these 100-ounce bars, I'm at minus 75, minus 85 cents.
Oh, really?
And like, it's the lowest I've paid in a while for them, and I don't really even feel comfortable quoting that low. But I tell them.
Unfortunately, that's the market.
So some of these guys, I said, listen, I'm at minus 85 cents. He said, will you take 15 of them?
Yeah.
You know, and I'll buy them, but, you know, you got to price it accordingly.
I'm actually going to set the tripod. Let's see if I could set this down without
nice.
having to. Okay. So I recently got a comment on one of my videos where somebody said that they've been in the business for 35 years, and there's no way that anybody is paying a little over spot for gold. And I commented, it's the market. You know, I'm looking at the wholesaler's website. They're offering 1% or 1.5%.
Yeah, you know,
it depends on the items.
There's not many products right now that do have a premium.
Yeah.
I think only gold buffaloes
exactly.
and proof eagles and proof buffaloes. But other than that, I'm at 90. Look at this stuff. This desk, there's quite a decent amount of gold here. I paid 99% across the board. Don't get me wrong, the graded stuff's a little bit different, but anything loose like this right now, eagles, cougarans, they're all our cryptos lovers out there. This is an Ethereum.
1
ounce Ethereum.
I was looking at that. I was like, what the heck is that thing?
But Yeah, a lot of it's at 99% bars.
So what is the one thing that your customers are bringing in more of, gold or silver?
Definitely silver.
Definitely
I've seen
silver.
it's like a silver rush.
Yeah.
You know, it's even caused like a ripple effect in refineries and like end buyers where the turnaround time for silver is just, it's weeks now.
But
you know,
why?
like, I guess there's so much being flooded and sold right now, you know.
Is it because silver has hit, you
Yeah, I mean,
know,
it's the highest it's been in over 10 years, 12
Yeah.
years, something like that.
So
I mean,
people
it's
are
still,
cashing out?
It's still not even near all-time highs.
I know.
You know, I mean, that's the, you would think we've seen gold hit all-time highs and go way above and beyond, and silver just I don't know. 37, 36, 35 is good price, but it's just nothing from all-time highs and beyond. Like you'd expect it to perform like gold.
So you essentially think right now it's just people taking profits.
People taking
More or
profit.
less.
You know, there's a lot of people selling metals in general. You know, a lot of people were buying because of the conflicts, and you know, that ended. Man, it was like a nail in the coffin. You know, it was kind of it slowed up a little bit. Then when the stuff with Iran happened, it was like a mad rush for a couple days, and then when they announced the ceasefire, forget about it. It was like somebody just pulled the rug up from under everybody, and like it just came to a halt.
Right.
Since then, they're really. Between that and inflation, they're really just waiting to see what happens.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I was away on vacation when the conflict started happening with Iran, and
you know what though? It was weird when they originally, he announced that he had bombed them. I was expecting, it was on a Saturday. I was expecting Monday metals to pop like crazy and like.
It did the opposite, I think.
Yeah, it was really people yawned.
I know.
You know, it was really. I was expecting, I was on Saturday, Sunday. I was like, man, I'm gonna make some money come Monday morning, and just nothing, man.
It was just like a regular. I think I know.
Everybody's been waiting months, not waiting months for us to attack Iran, but some type of conflict to propel metals.
Yeah.
Just
didn't
happen.
So of the gold that I panned across on your desk, I know you're putting some up on the website. And
cheap
when
too,
it comes to
the best time to buy right now.
I've been telling people that when gold,
cheap.
I didn't even see today's spot price. Did you see?
It's trading at 33.40 right now.
33.40. Yeah. So I said the other day when spot was below 3,300, it was like 32.70. Yeah. I was saying, oh, great buying opportunity for some of you people, but still psychologically, people are uncertain.
It could have went either way. That conflict could have taken off.
Yeah.
And it could have really escalated metals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like a risk with anything else,
So let me ask you too, when it comes time for all of these gold coins, because I know some make it to the site.
Yeah.
Do you typically send them?
A lot of these are sold already.
Are they?
I just buy them and lock them in wholesale. Some of it I keep. Eagles are popular. 1 ounce bars, the small gram stuff sells.
Yeah.
But man, I tell you, people really been holding off on buying lately, and it's a good time to buy. It's really cheap right now.
Yeah.
I see some of this stuff is on there for spot plus $25, which is less than 1%. It's a joke.
I've been not holding gold just because it's been such a crazy time for it.
The same thing with silver, man. Silver, I'm actually selling way cheaper on my website. So, these are brand new rounds. I put them on there for spot plus 50 cents. And like they're brand new sealed mint tubes, and people are just yawning.
I know.
They're just, I sell a couple here and there. Don't get me wrong, but
I think
at 50 cents over, you think it would fly off the shelf.
But do you think it's psychologically people think that maybe silver's too expensive to buy?
You know what? I think they're just waiting on news. There's really nothing really. I've been reading silver has big industrial demand right now, but I just don't see it. When something geopolitically happens, gold takes off. Silver just like kind of lags behind it.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's really anything that's driving silver right now.
Yeah. It is strange.
And it's high. And man, let me tell you something. People are just not buying it.
I know. Believe me. Listen.
You can't give it away.
It's
100
true.
ounce bars to friends and stuff like that. I'll sell it to you at spot right now.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I don't want to buy silver.
I know.
It's just it's a tough sell.
What do you think silver would need to be priced at in order for people to get enthusiastic and be buying again like crazy? What do you think? Like a $25 spot price?
Yeah, but listen, you even think now, if they bought at 35 and it hit all-time highs, went to 50, and they made $15 an ounce, it was a home run. But will it happen is a question.
Right.
It's like with anything else. You could, It's like asking someone if they think Apple stock's going to go up.
Yeah.
You know, you can sit there and listen to his opinion and like,
You never know.
you don't know. It's his opinion.
A
And
lot
same
of-
thing with metals. I see all these guys and like, that's a funny thing. I've been trying to make videos, but like, yo, I'm not putting prices out there. I'm not like, even this stuff, they ask all these crazy questions. Stormy, you buy what's closest to spot.
Yeah.
There's no other, you know, and that's another thing. These were the hottest thing, Eagles.
Yeah.
They were the hottest coin. They're cheaper than bars right now. You can't.
Really?
Yeah, I'm selling these for spot plus $50. These are spot plus 40 on my website.
What,
You know,
is it?
it's just the demand that
the
you know,
demand is
there's
way
just,
down.
People are just not buying.
That's
You know?
nuts.
And they're selling, which is crazy. This is a big lot right here.
I
You know,
I
this
know.
is this is a big day, and man, 9 out of every 10 coins just gonna get sold wholesale. They're not gonna hit the melt, but they're gonna get sold wholesale.
Do the
There's
wholesalers?
tons of stuff over here. There's you know, there's more. There's bags and bags. More coins in here. There's just
What do you think? What are the coins in the bag there on the bottom? Yeah. What is it?
there's 10,000 Eagles.
More
in there.
eagles just
Yeah.
hiding in the bottom. You
Just
got quarter
hiding.
ounces in
Yeah,
there.
there's tons of stuff, man.
Do you? And I know you have some collectibles on the website. And I've found that
I
the
just found a cool one, dude.
What'd you get? What is it? What is this thing?
2 ouncer.
Americans will always
Fallen
fight
heroes.
for liberty.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool piece. I love finding stuff like that. It doesn't have the box and all that other stuff, but cool piece.
I've
I
never
want to keep
seen
for
that.
myself. Me either.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, nice. But the collectibles, you know what? A lot of people like them and ask questions about them,
But they don't
nobody's
bother with
pulled
them?
Pulled the plug and bought anything. yet, but-
A majority of my collectibles inventory is all sold. Like I've
that's good.
sold it all out just because again, this current time period, we're seeing, you know, again craziness with collectibles. It seems to me that the only real way,
Why the market cooled down a little bit?
big time.
Oh,
And so like I'm seeing like sites like or apps like Whatnot where people are doing the auctions online. But the only way that they're turning profits is by selling spots for games. So they'll say, okay, I've got this, you know, for example, this item, I'll take, you know, $20 per spot, 10 spots.
They
They
get way
sell
more than-
$200 and right. That seems to be the only way in which
I never
these
tried
people
that
are.
before. You've tried it?
No, not on Whatnot. I've done stuff in the past on a competitor of theirs at the time. It was called Drip, and I did that like a couple years ago. But it seems, at least from the coin side of things, unless you have like a major following on that app, it seems like the only way you can turn a profit is through like games.
Right.
So I don't know, but you know, let me ask you this then, because people still want to buy gold, but they're also hesitant and they're like, it's too expensive. What then you say?
I mean, if they
buy
want
the
to
bars,
wait,
but
they want to wait for it to lower. That's a whole different game. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but you don't know.
Now, I mean, if you don't look at the price is irrelevant. You're gonna buy it and sell it at whatever it's trading at. You know, the premiums now are the lowest they've ever been. It's a really good time to buy.
yeah.
You know, the price is high. You know, it could drop, you lose money that way. But as far as at $40, $50 over spot, you're paying $40, $50.
What do you say
The
to
rest
the?
of it's market risk.
Well, now you're saying it's a good time to buy. What do you say to the people who are just saying, "Oh, of course you're going to say that. You're a dealer."
Listen, it
I-
doesn't
you
matter,
couldn't care
you
less,
know,
buy
I could
it or
care less.
don't.
And I tell people this all the time too. The prices are relevant to me. You know, I'm in and out of these positions every day.
I
You
know.
like, you came in here and sold me 25 ounces of gold. I would just lock in a 25 position order and just sell it. You know, like
That's why, for me now, being
sitting
that
on it's a different game. It's you know, it's you're investing in it. This is a business I run. I try to turn it over to make a profit. You
And-
know, and giving people advice on what to do financially. I don't know where gold's going to be in 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I hope it's up.
Yeah.
But
that's
it's just like anything else. It'd be like asking me what
Right,
Apple's
what's-
going to be in 10 years.
right.
You know what I mean? Who knows?
that's one of the things that I've learned too. You know, unless, you know, from my standpoint, because if I'm only selling once a week or once every 2 weeks, it's not really a good strategy to be sitting on gold and generic
different if you
silver
hedge
and
it.
stuff.
Hedge it, you can sit on it as long as you want. Me, I'm
Yeah.
just in and out of these positions all day long.
It's the safest.
You know,
It's the safest
I
way.
make
You
my
buy
money
it.
and turn it.
Yeah,
You know.
it's the best
Even
way
retail,
to do it.
retail, you keep some of the good stuff to try to resell it. Like sometimes it just doesn't sell. You could have it on there for weeks at great price and just
Doesn't matter.
No hits. You know, it's a game.
I see that you put
know.
the Spartacus coin up on your site.
It's for sale, baby.
You
Everything's
said
for sale.
You said you were keeping it.
And you know what? I'm just not keeping nothing.
Yeah.
Everything's available for sale.
That's
and,
kind of how I feel. That's
know.
how I feel.
Yeah. Turn it. What's it do? It's sit in my safe collecting dust.
I know.
You know, cool coin. Maybe somebody will appreciate it more than I do.
Yeah. Have you thought of buying? Have you seen like the new Superman coin that's coming out from the U.S. Mint?
Nice.
It's mixed. We're getting mixed reviews on it. It's a gold coin, but it's a licensed product. U.S. Mint's never done anything like that. U.S. Mint's always done, you know, people from the 1800s and presidents and, you know, landmarks.
And they're doing Superman
and
for
now-
the new Superman movie or no? Or is it
It's
like a
it's
classic
coming out, I
comic
think,
book one?
after. It's only by a couple of weeks, I think. But they're going to do a Batman one, I think, in September, October. They have a
nice.
Batman releasing. So that would be interesting to keep an eye on that because, again, first time U.S. Mint's ever doing anything like that. The one coin I would say for you to take a look at is their Liberty coin that's coming out in August, because every year they put out a new design for their Liberty coin. Their most successful one was the Bronco. I don't know if you've seen it. Ultra high relief. It looks like a Bronco that's
So
bucking.
blow in my phone.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
You
but it's not a
guys-
customer. Lock it in and on it. Yeah.
Is it?
Lewis. Okay.
It's your lunch order.
Yeah.
But the coin it sold maybe at like $3,000, and now it goes for like $9,000 online. And oh, is that for me?
No.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
waiting outside.
All right,
Sorry
so
about that, man.
yeah, no, dude, all good. But you know, like I was saying, like, you know, we've got like authors like Mark Twain and stuff. You know, people aren't really interested in that stuff anymore.
Even these are first spouse. I mean,
Yeah, and
I don't think I've ever had somebody ask me for one of them.
no,
Ever.
no,
You know,
and so
that's a spot coin. I give that away at spot all day long.
It's bizarre that the U.S. Mint thinks that these are still coins that people would want. So, but listen, I appreciate that you took the time, guys. Make sure you check out Andrew's site for some of
That was
this
good seeing
stuff.
you too, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we got to get something in the film together. You cut your hair off.
I cut the
You're
hair-
like a movie star, dude.
Yeah.
You're behind the camera.
That's
You gotta
right.
get on this side.
I'll get on that side. We'll do them again. It's just again came down to time, but absolutely we'll do them again. I appreciate it, buddy. And guys, again, BayShoreBullionExchange.com.
BayShoreBullionExchange.com. Got
You
tons
can
of stuff
pick
going
up
on there.
some of this. My birthday's coming up, so if you want to buy me something, you can. And we'll see you soon, Andrew.
Have a good day, guys.